Hey you guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of RimWorld, back with some more of Dweeb and the Mechanitor here, where we've built this lovely new base that's so much better than our old base, and we're immediately going to leave. Hey, wait a minute, Dave, why are you going to immediately leave? This is a delightful base you've constructed here. Look, you're even doing nice flooring. Yeah, the problem is with this guy up here. Yeah, see, there's this giant flesh mass that's going to expand and consume the entire map, and, we're simply not qualified to deal with that. Not at this level, no. I've done flesh masses before. I've done flesh masses in far more established colonies with way better colonists and way better weapons, and it was tough then. This is just going to kill everyone. Everyone will die here. So, we're out. We're leaving. We're not doing this anymore. We want to check, because someone in comments did correctly ask, hey, do you actually have the capability to leave? In other words, do you have any fuel? We have enough. So we got 150 chem fuel in there, 150 in there. That'll just get us out of here. Anything after that is tomorrow Dave's problem. Tomorrow Dave doesn't care about any of that. Tomorrow Dave just cares about leaving right now. Well, technically today Dave cares about the whole, thing getting out of here right now. Tomorrow Dave is going to be really angry at today Dave for giving him all these problems, but we're out. We're done. We're not staying here. So we've got a couple of injuries. I got to deal with Smog and Dweeb down here. That's why we're building these medical beds up in here to get them out of there. And what we really just want to do is move everything. Just start packing everything up. We've got everything settled to be packed up here. Sadly, and this is a real bummer, I can't pack up the high-tech research bench. We're just going to have to demolish it and just not have it. We're just going to get a little bit of materials out of that, but it's the best we can do. Could pack up the stove. Let's get that packed up. Thankfully, we've got a good bit of meat. So, no, don't deconstruct it. Just uninstall it. Thank you. We've got a good bit of meat and food. What we don't have over here is a freezer. So what we ran into when we landed here is our food went bad very, very quickly because it took us a little bit of time to set up a freezer, and in that time a lot of our food went bad. So I'd like to see if we have the time to set up some more of Space Camel Alpha here, particularly the hump area. I'd like to do a hump area up here for freezer, basically. So we're going to see if we can kind of put all of that together very, very quickly. I've got quite a good amount of the grav tiles. I've got 205 grav tiles and a good bit of steel. So I don't want to go nuts on this, but I'd like to set up some kind of area here. So no, go do what you were doing. You loved everything you were doing there. So if it's going to be a hump area, it's going to have to be on the diagonal here. So could we set, that's not a diagonal, Dave. That's a straight line. You're familiar with straight lines. They go kind of up and down like that. That's the thing you were looking for. Hey, I just got home from work. What do you want? So let's do like this, and then let's see, that goes 1, 2, 3, 4 in. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that should do just fine. And then just go back to this. And then all of this. Okay, so do that, and all of that. And hopefully, he says optimistically, we're going to have enough time to put all of that together. If we don't, if the flesh mass starts rapidly expanding in this direction, I'll just cancel it. We'll just take what we can get and get out of here. So what we want to start to do, obviously, is start moving all of this stuff in here. So let's just go ahead and delete that. No storage zone, please. No storage zone. Thank you very much. Butch, you're obsessed with mining, which is awesome, but we don't actually need that right now. I did put you on #1 hauling. I was actually smart enough to do that. So everyone should broadly be on #1 hauling except for Dweeb, who's kind of injured right now. Smog's injured too, but I'm not putting up with his nonsense. Just get up and do something around here, would you, kid? What exactly is your problem these days? A little tiny stab in the torso. Teeny tiny stab in the torso, and you're all bent out of shape about that. Can I pack up the animal beds? I can. Okay, pack all of these up. I'd like to keep my tiger beds. I put a lot of work into tiger beds, and I'd like to have more of them, particularly tigers. Which one of you is not named, by the way? You. Okay, cool. So many comments as to what to name the brand new tiger. Most people wanted to go with a Tony theme, so I'm willing to go along with that. So as long as we have enough variations of Tony to satisfy all the tigers that I will eventually have, because I can have a giant tiger farm. So how about this is Tone A. There we go, Tone A. All right, so you are now Tone. And so we've got Tony, and Tone, It's all going to be fine. I have tigers. That's your important takeaway from this. Your important takeaway, your bullet point here, the thing that you want to rally around is yay tigers. Okay, yay tigers. I'm really thinking of just shutting down comments except for people who say yay tigers. So if you are going to comment and you hate everything that I'm doing, cool. Open up your comment with yay tigers and you won't get shut down. So get back to, I am going to need somebody on number 1 construction though, now that I just thought of that. Smog is really good. So's Doug though. Apart from being in charge of tigers, Doug can also be in charge of construction. Let's back you off of hauling. And, Smog's already up. Perfect. So I will put Smog back on number 1 construction and back you off of hauling. I've got plenty of people to haul. There's all sorts of hauling going on here. I know I've been saying it for a while, but I might take one of those healer mech serums and give it to a rejected proposal. What happened? Doug proposed to Lumpy and Lumpy rejected it. Lumpy, aren't you, well, to use a term, knocked up? I think maybe, I don't know, just for legal reasons, Lumpy, you might want to go ahead and do that. Just for legal reasons. To protect your kid. What if something happens to you? Okay, well, sorry to hear that. Now you're going to be all sad, aren't you? No, you did the rejecting. So Doug, Doug's wicked sad. 25 days of minus 18. Good thing he has low expectations and some tigers. I feel there should be a plus for tigers. I really do. I feel for each tiger it should be like a +2. You should have a +8 right now, Doug. You're like, oh my god, I've got 4 tigers. Flesh Mass Spitter is attacking. Attacking what? Whom? Yeah. See, that's a problem. Yeah. They're just within range of that. Okay, new plan, kids, new plan. Just scratch the old plan. First of all, the old plan was garbage. Everyone hated the old plan. And let's also restrict the we don't go near the flesh mass area. So the hell no area. We don't want to expand it. We want to clear the hell no area. So none of that nonsense, please. Yeah, none of that. Don't go anywhere in there. All right, just don't do the things that you're doing right now. All right, all of it was terrible. Okay, Doug, just move, Doug. Move. Oh, wow, though, Doug, I really do need you to get those panels. Just haul those first, please. Yep, we're not leaving without those. Okay, those are very, very important. Okay, Freezer's going to have to go somewhere else. So we're going to put that, I don't know, maybe over here. It's just going to be a longer camel than I initially anticipated. So how about we did, let's see, I'm going to want to get some shelving in there and a cooler unit. Okay, do that. And yeah, do that. And it's just going to be an elongated camel, which is very common. You don't see them on the nature channels because they're not particularly pretty creatures and they don't do anything exciting. But a stretchy camel. Hey, Lumpy, where are you going? Oh, you're hauling the pistol. Yeah, that's Dweeb's pistol. Cool. Yeah, do get that. Okay, hopefully you're not going to go anywhere else. That would be the ideal. Don't go anywhere else. All right, Smog's in. Let's get things moving a little bit faster. We need to immediately get going on Operation Heck No. Could you stop going over there? I know technically you can go through a forbidden area to get to a good area. How about I build a door for you? You want one of them? You want one of them? Is that going to make you happy? All right, let's pop a door right in there. Okay, there, now you got a door. All right, this is going together actually pretty quickly. So I should be able to get what I need done. I really want a freezer because I'd rather not land and all of a sudden we've got no food to deal with. Mitsuya, we're going to cancel research right now because I want to break down that desk. I may as well get the components from it that I need. Yeah, everything's getting moved out here. Smog's going to have a quick read of a book. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Never got that bolt-action rifle finished. Should probably break all of this stuff down, but kind of a waste of time. We don't need this sleeping spot anymore, so deconstruct that. Dweeb, when do you think you're going to be up and about? Oh, not for a while. Hang on, they're attacking again. Who are they attacking? Oh, yeah, see, it's coming wicked closer, isn't it? Bots, you need to go in the hell no zone. Thank you. Hell no. Yeah, just get out of there. Thank you. Yeah, just don't be where you are right now. If you guys could just finish off the edge pieces, then I can start to put the hull up. So get this, and where are you going? Doug? Doug? Where are you going? You're getting the steel. Oh, out of here. Why are you allowed to go there? Doug? Doug? I need to talk to you about the areas that you're allowed to go to. I know you can go through a forbidden area to get to a good area, but you're just going to get spat at with acid and stuff, Doug. It's not going to work out, kid. It's going to spit at you, and then you're going to be all sad about life because you're, covered in acid and stuff. Lumpy, kind of the same deal. There's a grav core that's been detected. That's neat. Okay, we'll certainly look into that. Where do we think it is? All right, that'd be a grav core and some grav light panels. I would love to get some more. So yeah, just add that in. Do we know where that is? Can we see that on the planet, please? No. That's a long way away. Is there one closer, by the way? One we could be kind of aiming towards. There's one up there. All right, that will have something juicy in it. All right, maybe we'll kind of head in that direction. I really had planned to just sort of set up camp and live there forever, but, well, goodness, we just seem to be on the move. Oh, wait, just on the move. Wow, Mitsuya, nothing to research, so you're into some building here. Okay, I need a couple more pieces dealt with there, and then, oh, wow, that's a really terrible place to get steel, Doug. Doug, you're a brave man. It's because you live with tigers. You're like, what are you going to do, spit acid at me? I live with 4 tigers. It's not like you're going to scare me or something. Okay, start to get some hull going on here. So do a hull here, leave a space for a freezer, and then that, and then all of that. And then get... I don't actually have any power in here, do I? Huh. An industrial festival. Yeah, we'll certainly keep that in the back of our mind. You actually have no power, Dave. That's the thing. So building a freezer is a great idea. You have nothing to power it. You don't really have a lot of room. Space Camel Alpha is not designed for storage. We've talked about this before. It's just not built for that. This could also... Actually, I say it could be a medical bed. We only need the one right now. Yeah, guys, we gotta go. We gotta go. The flesh mass is much more fleshy and massy. I don't want to blow off the idea of a cooler. I would like to put... this will make sense. A wood-burning generator in the heart of the freezer. Yes. Yes, we're doing that. And we may as well start getting some power lines up. If we're going to have power, let's have power. So that to that, and then that can come down there. And then I'm going to need it all the way over there into that. Yeah, may as well get some lights turned on around this place. And then also do the hidden one right in the doorway there. All right, yeah, guys, we got to go. We got to move. How are we doing on packing everything up here? I'm still seeing a lot of product here. Okay, and tigers. Product and tigers is what I'm seeing. I know it's attacking. I'm familiar with the attacking. Where is Dweeb? Dweeb, you're going to want to hustle, kid. This is fully out of control right now. A flesh mass. Okay. You break everything down. Because once the builders are done with constructing this, they'll get on to doing things that I actually need them to do. I've only got 71 pieces of wood. Who's supposed to be on, like, #1 chopping down tree duty? Dweeb, naturally. Everyone else is completely terrible at it. Okay, I've got a little bit that can fuel that generator, just basically until we make the next hop. And then I got nothing after that. Can we get these out of here, please? Just get that out and get that out. I don't care where you put it. We're making some power lines. Okay, I just need that last bit of hull. And then everyone needs to go into like 1,000,000% moving stuff. Okay, get everything out of here that needs to go. Is there anything super important here? The mega screen television. Yeah, we're not leaving that behind. Mitsuya, can you haul that, please? Oh, you never do hauling. Well, aren't you a pain in the neck? Doug, what are you doing? You're reading. That's a terrible idea. Could you haul that, please? We're not leaving a very, very expensive television behind. A lot of other things I'm kind of okay. Stop going into the hell no zone. It's on the ship, guys. It's touching the ship. I'm just saying. It's touching the ship right now, and it's not okay. Oh, good, it's grown a new nerve bundle. Oh, that's fun. And there's actually flesh beasts, too. We have to go. We have to go. What, Butch, did you get spat on by acid? Yep, sure did. We've got to go, guys. We've got to pull this together. Okay, we're going to have to just do the best we can here. So, give me a zone here, and just put all food in it. So, just get rid of everything. Nothing rotten. You know what? All food. Just all food can go in there. Let's keep it simple, Dave. Keep it simple. You're in a hurry here. Cancel this setting. Cancel this zone now. All right. Anything else, we might just have to leave behind. We're in a bit of a rush here. It's actually going to start blocking the door. I can shoot it. Let me be clear. This is shootable. It's just I'd rather just leave. I'd rather we just got the head. There's a flesh beast here. Can we just get a brief team together? Come here. Everybody come down here. Because that thing's going to be a problem. Come down here. Yeah, that's an issue. So shooting, thank you. Shoot, more shooting. Maybe not with the hitting. Maybe more with the shooting would be good. You see the problem here. There's flesh beasts all over the place. Yes, I'm sure medical treatment is needed. Yeah, it's Chella. Chella, just go to bed. No, Chella, stop doing silly things. Go to bed. Okay, just go to bed. All right, the rest of you can be off duty for right now. There you go. Okay. So we got rid of that zone. We're going to start to move all the meat into here. If you guys could just kind of hustle a little bit here. Doug, could you power this thing? Thank you. Just get some wood out of wherever we've got wood. All right, that'll get the freezer on. Okay, the freezer is on. So, no, the freezer, Dave. This is, okay, just make it be, like, wicked cold in here. Thank you. All right, get all the food moved into there. And, by the way, make this critical. Let's make sure this is critical, because I think we store food in a lot. No, I just cleared everything. I'm very frantic right now. So get this out of here. Yeah, guys, it's going to block the door. Okay, can we get that loose team together, please? Down here. And then, Smog, you're vaguely armed. Come down here. How about Doug? Do you carry a weapon? No. Well, I mean, yes, you've got a spear, but you're terrible at things. You don't do anything, and Mitsuya doesn't really do anything. Okay, so you guys, we're gonna try not to shoot other people while we do this. No, like, be here. All right, so we're going to shoot this. There we go. Okay, good. And then let's go up here. We just need to kind of fend it off a little bit, so shoot that. Okay, better. Yeah, keep shooting. You know what? You're having a good time with this. Come up here, and then shoot that. Okay, and then that one. Okay, good. Just kind of back it off the ship a little bit. All right, better. All right, everybody off draft, please. No, off draft. Thank you, guys. Thanks, team. All right, probably don't go there. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is the acid there, isn't it? Boy, you got that acid, don't you? Is there a reason we can't get this last little bit? Because there's nothing there. You haven't actually put a blueprint there, Dave. So get a bit of hull in there. I think we're almost at the stage where we can think about vaguely leaving. I'd love it if they prioritize the meals. Mitsuya doesn't do any hauling. Doug, you're relaxing socially. Wow, that's a terrible idea. Why don't you do something better? You're hauling okay, you're hauling food. Good. Who else could be hauling? Relaxing socially. Again, dopey idea. Keep moving the food, team. Keep moving the food. Anything else we need to do? Okay, we deconstructed the bench at some sort. We need these components. Chella, you're hauling the horse meat. That's cool. Smog, you're harvesting. That's actually not the worst idea in the world. You're training Tony, which is good. Could you haul the components first? We've got all the time in the world to train the Tonys. Okay? All the time in the world. Dweeb, you're going to flat out want to get up and then go to bed. So rest until healed over there. Thank you. Is there another flesh beast? Oh, yeah, there sure is. Boy, there sure is another flesh beast. Hey, Dweeb, before you do that, could you equip your auto pistol, please? I need shooty people. Okay? This has gotten a little bit out of control. It's gotten oh, no, they're in the ship. They're in the ship. Okay, all of you people, just attack this thing. They're in the ship, guys. It's just, okay, we got him. Undraft you. Yeah, Butch, sorry, you're horribly injured. I don't know what to tell you, man. We gotta go. We We just gotta leave. I think we're about as good as we're gonna get. I don't think we can hold off, really. Butch, did I draft? Okay, you guys are drafted. Let's just come up here, and maybe we just take out a flesh beast or two, although they seem to have kind of backed off a little bit here. All right, that keeps happening, yes. But you know what? I think we can go ahead and say we're not doing the Industrial Festival. I think that's a solid plan. How about we just didn't do that? Any more meals? Beta, Dweeb, why don't you, I don't know, haul those meals right there. And Lumpy, you are hauling food. That's awesome. Who else could be doing that? Chella's drawn on the floor. How about you didn't, kid? How about you go haul that horse meat? And Smog, you're harvesting. Again, that's not the worst plan in the world. You're also harvesting. Okay, Mitsuya doesn't do it, and Butch is down. I think we're about as good as we're going to get. It's nice and cold in here now. Yes, well, no, it's not. Why is it not nice and cold here? Probably because you got a heat generating thing here. Yeah. Does this actually generate heat? I bet it does. I bet it does. It doesn't actually say it does. I bet it generates heat. We'll look at perhaps moving that at some point. Just, I don't know, try and make it a little bit colder. I'll take down a shelf. I can't move that, can I? Okay. I think we're just going to leave. I think we're just going to take what we got and get out of here. So, everybody go in Space Camel. Oh, I need to extend that, by the way. So, extend Space Camel Alpha over to here. Okay. So, first off, the obvious one, Tigers, Space Camel Alpha, Mechs, Space Camel Alpha. And the Mechs who are on the Charger. Yeah, okay, you're already on the way. Good. Everybody go to Space Camel Alpha, and then all humans, Space Camel Alpha. All right, everybody get in the spaceship. All right, well, it's real. Oh, we blocked the door. Okay, they blocked the door. Hang on, Dweeb. I just need a last second thing from you here, kid. Oh, also they're in the ship. Yeah, they're actually in the ship. Lumpy, you come down here. They're in the ship like right now, and they're blocking the door. So, is anyone local that can deal with this nonsense? The Militors. Militors are around here somewhere, right? Militor, where are you? Oh yeah, Draft you. Why don't you come up here and deal with this? And where's Militor 2? I think I saw him like right there. There he is. So come up here. All right, and Chella, you can join in the fun. It's not a lot of fun, but it'll be fun. So everybody's armed. So all you guys just come right over here. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. Everything is awful right now. It's really, really bad. Let's go ahead and shoot this guy for a start. Okay, and then that just made more of them. So can we? Where's Doug? Doug, can you get the tigers in on this? Yeah. Target, attack this guy. I don't know which tiger does that these days, but just go ahead and do that. Okay, it's that tiger. All right, good. Yeah, keep working on that, please. Okay, that one's done. Doug, you and your tiger can go off duty. That was fun. And then can we actually just get this out of here? No, Draft you again. Can we you want to just get that out? Okay, keep maybe shooting at it. Okay, better. All right, undraft you. Lumpy, you're undrafted. This gun is undrafted. Everything's undrafted. Dweeb, where are you? You're on the ground. Okay, you've fallen over. Super, you're going to be dead in 9 hours. Lumpy, could you please rescue Dweeb? It's reserved by Smog. Too bad. Too bad there, Smogster. Yep, we've got other things to do. Oh, there's a blight on the potato plants. Oh, everything just screeched to a halt. Let me deal with that. No. Mitsuya, you're cowering. Okay, the ship's gonna leave soon, Mitsuya. You're gonna want to wrap up the cowering thing. And I need somebody to deal with Dweeb and Butch. Beta's on board here. You know what? Probably a good use of the Glitter World medicine. Okay, colonists need rescue. Which one? Mitsuya's down. Okay, Chella, can you go? There's nowhere to put her. I'll sort that out vaguely, sort of. This is okay. Put a bunch of sleeping spots down and make them all. No, okay, fine. Do it one at a time. Make them all medical. So that one and that one. Make all of these medical beds. And then Chella, can you now please go rescue Mitsuya? Yes, thank you. Oh, also there's a flesh beast out there attacking Mitsuya. So you got an issue when you get down there. Can anyone else help out? Doug, you don't seem to be doing anything vitally important. Why don't you come down here and help out with that? All right, we just need to get Mitsuya into the ship. Mitsuya's out. I mean, she's technically mobile. So, okay, you guys attack that thing. Yeah, okay, there we go. So you off duty. You off duty, but rescue Mitsuya. All right. Actually, Chella, no meal left behind. Get that. It's outside the allowed area. You know what? That's fine. Just walk away, kid. Just walk away. Yes, there's blight on the potato plants. Is this everybody inside now? Could this possibly maybe be everybody inside? Thank you very much. Yeah, I got to get the generator out of here. No surprise. That was a bit of a silly place to put a generator. I wonder if I can get another one made. It's super quick. Super, super quick. I can't move it. That's the problem. Do I have the materials inside the ship to build this? I have 197 steel. What does that take? Power. It takes 100. Perfect. Deconstruct this. And then we're going to build a copy of that right here. Okay, and I'll sort it all out later. I'll figure all of this out later. It's a bit cramped in here. Not going to lie about that. It's a bit cramped. I just want to make sure we're not leaving anything. Yeah, there's money over here, guys. There's like hardcore money. Who is alive? Chella, you're alive. Could you, Chella, go into unrestricted? Could you just please haul that? I just want to get that out of there. And what book is that? Probably going to have you do that too. It's probably a decent book. Let's not leave those behind. That's really good stuff there. Okay, so we're dealing with stabs. Dweeb, has somebody tended to you? Yes. Okay, and Butch has been tended to. Lumpy's still down, but no immediate danger. Also still pregnant. So what I'm going to do is draft you, and then you can just go into the medical spot there. Where's Chella? Chella's basically holding up this entire operation right now. Okay, so Doug, why don't you go get the rest? Oh, I know, you're not in the right area. So hang on, I will fix that, Doug. Don't even worry about it, Doug. Doug, now go haul that silver. I'm not leaving money behind. Dweeb's up, kind of, vaguely. Okay, it's getting a little bit colder in here, actually. Hang on, do we maybe not need to... we can almost get this down to refrigerated. Cancel that order. All right, and just back this down. I might be able to get away. I don't even know if this produces heat. I really don't know that. It doesn't say that it does. It doesn't say that it doesn't either. Okay, did we get the things out of the things? Doug, how are we doing here? Chella? We're not walking away. We're not leaving money on the table, guys. Yes, I know there's blight. I got that. I got the blight thing. Thank you very much. Okay, inspired creativity. Lumpy, good for you, kid. We're out. Yeah, we're out of here. So, let's launch this puppy. Okay? I don't care who does it, and I don't care how good the quality is. Mitsuya, where are you? Oh, you're there. Okay, yeah, you're there. Okay, you're inside the ship. So yeah, let's launch the ship. We're getting out of this nonsense. Begin that. Yeah, this is not tenable. This is not realistic. We're leaving now. Yeah, Chella, get in the ship. Hang on, cancel. I want to make sure... Oh, whoa. Let's make sure everybody's in the ship. Okay, everybody in Space Camel Alpha, please. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Now launch it again. I just want to make 100% sure that we're doing that. Okay, yes. Okay, off we go. Don't really care where. What's going on over here? That's 200 chem fuel. I have 200 chem fuel. You can tell because it's in white, Dave. If you went here, it says 220. Okay? And it's in red. Temperate forest, you say. Well, that sounds delightful. It's very flat. High geothermal activity. Okay, not a long growing period. No pollution. Okay, so I get a lot of geothermal pockets I could bleed off of. Okay, maybe. What is this? What's like this terrain? Caves. Okay, well, cave says bugs. I don't like bugs. I would love to head in that direction if we could. I'm just not sure if that's the... Is there anything else that we could be heading towards? I'd like to land somewhere where there's some sort of hills. What's going on over here? Limestone and granite, some caves. Right here? Okay, no caves. Well, I'm liking that better already. You know what there isn't? A flesh mass. Let's go there. Yeah, we're going to go over there. Oh, it's near polluted tiles. Yeah, every 44 days there's going to be... Oh, whoa, I think I just said yes. Okay, we're going to pollution land, kids. Yay. That's fine, we'll cope with that. It's not a flesh mass. Bye, flesh mass. Oh, God, we're all going to die. Care. It's not the first time I've done that. It won't be the last. Okay. What have we got? First of all, do we have any steel? We do. We got a little bit of steel down there. What is that right there? Oh, uranium. Well, isn't that fascinating? Okay. Not seeing a ton of steel. Good amount of trees. That's good. Components. All right. Fair. Yeah, another... Wow, another garbage map for steel. Is that gold? Oh, we got some gold up there. That's fun. Yep, just no steel. Okay. Kind of the one thing that I really desperately need. There's a good pocket up there. start to work on that. And there's a nice little bit there. Where did I just see that huge chunk of fertile soil? Right here. That thing was right here. So what if we landed, say, here, and then I could kind of, where would I build? I could build down in here. So geothermal right there. Okay, let's go here. Let's just relax for a little bit. Let's just relax for a little bit. Space Camel Alpha, now slightly elongated. Roaring into view. Roaring into view. Okay, everybody stop. Thank you. Everybody just stop. All right. We need to readjust people. First things first, everyone can go outside. Okay? And the tigers, why don't you be in the home zone for right now until I figure out what the home zone's going to be. And then the mechs. Where are my mechs? Where are my mechs? Did we leave the mechs behind? No, I see them right there. Okay, animals, wildlife, research, quests, world. Where are my mechs? Why don't I have a mech tab? There it is. Just took a second to load in there. Don't tell me I don't got no mechs. Agrihand can go unrestricted. Sweeper home, unrestricted, unrestricted, home, home. Okay, that'll all kind of work out. All right, everyone's horribly mutilated. Everyone's just horribly. I need to redo everybody because everybody's basically doing max hauling right now. So put all that back to 3, and then let me start to figure things out. Dweeb ideally should be on #1 plant cutting and growing, but he's also my best cook. I mean, Mitsuya is a really good cook, but Mitsuya's kind of down and out right now. So who could do growing 0, 0, 0, 1, 2? All right, Doug, looking good there, Doug. And 0. All right, Doug, good news. You're now the gardener. I know you're way better at construction. You're actually really, really good at construction. But I need somebody to start growing things. Actually, I'm going to make you #2. Actually, no, I'm not. I've got better constructors. Not better. Actually, Doug's the best. But I have people who can do construction. I have nobody who can do plants except for Dweeb, and Dweeb's down. Dweeb, why don't you back off of mining? Butch, you can definitely be #1 on mining. Speaking of which, is there anything we should start mining around here? Like anything at all. Like some steel. That is not anywhere where we are. Neat. Okay, this is all fine. Everything with Dweeb's colony is fine. This is going to be a perfectly good colony someday. Just not really today. Just not actually today. Today's not a good day for the colony. Okay, let's start to... What have I got? We left a lot of stone blocks behind. A lot of stone blocks. We're going to have to start with just basic things like cutting down trees. So we know we're going to cut into this area anyway, so start to get those out. And let's start to get some growing zones done. So, I don't know, like that. And this one could be... Why don't we do corn on that? Because it's really fertile. And, well, it's all really fertile here, but do this. These are odd zones, but here we are. And this could be potatoes. Yep, sure, that's a perfectly good thing to have. And then do another zone. Just keep zones going, dude. Just keep the zones coming. So maybe a small one here for heal root. Heal. Okay. And then one over here for, what am I thinking? Cotton. Cotton would be a good idea. So a nice big one there for cotton. And then may as well take advantage of the soil. So let's do another one down here. Again, just kind of a smaller one for psychoid. Keep the T coming in. So psychoid right there. That'll be fine for right now. That'll be something to get people started on. What a mess. What a complete and utter mess all of this is. How's the temp in here? 47, 48. Okay, it's almost refrigerated. But no, we'll switch this to over here and then just kind of deal with that. The Agrihand will do a lot of the gardening, that's true, but I'd like to have somebody on some kind of backup. Start moving things a little bit quicker. I swear to God, if another flesh mass launches in here, I will call this colony untenable at that point. We'll just say we're done. Right? That's enough. That's enough nonsense, thank you. We're done. What do I think? Do I want to do wind turbines? I also have solar, and we're kind of vaguely working on geothermal. I think I'm going to need to start by constructing everything out of wood. We left basically all of our stone blocks behind. Dweeb's up and reading a book. Good for you, Dweeb. I'm glad to see you're keeping busy. So we're going to have to do everything out of wood right now, so just one wooden wall. Let me start with just a basic area where we can do production and stuff like that. All right, can I build over here? I can build on that. All right, so this, and then this. Okay. And then a door or two might be a smart idea. Put a door there and a door there. Hypothermia? Why? Oh, because it's 40 degrees in here. Okay, so this place is nice and chilly. The freezer isn't. We should really move that thing. There we go. We're starting to move that thing. Yay. Okay, how the heck am I going to put all of this back together? One flesh mass just ruins your entire colony. Just knocks it down. I suppose we could have gone after the flesh heart or whatever it is, the mass heart, the heart mass, the heart flesh mass, whatever. It's just it would kill most of the colony. We're just not equipped for that. I've been here and done that. We're just simply not equipped for that kind of thing. So we're not doing that. I'm also going to need chargers up really, really soon. And everyone's kind of down. That's the problem. Everyone's sort of, unconscious at this point in time. Can we get some ideas on when people might be popping back up? Okay, Smog. Not a horrible bunch of injuries there. Lumpy. Okay, apart from the pregnancy thing, you're basically fine. Dweeb, wow. You've been stabbed so many times, kid. Good for you. It builds character. You have a lot of scars, I bet. Mitsuya, yeah, not looking so good. Doug's sleeping outside. Doug can't even get the tigers under control right now. Okay, start to put... Well, I'll wait for them to actually finish the building. Major break risk. That'll be Butch. It always is. Butch, remind me what your big problems are. Night owl and daytime. That's on you, kid. You are in the correct time zone. I put you in the correct time thing. That's on you. If you're up, that's your problem. That is a Butch problem, not a me problem. Okay, Lumpy's putting together some stuff real quick. Good job, Lumpy. Later on, we'll kind of transform these into stone, but this is the best we're going to get right now. This is about all it's going to be. So we're going to need to think about some kind of power. This is up, so let's deconstruct this one. Just get that out of there. Does that warm you guys up? Yeah, it's a little bit warmer over here. A little tiny bit warmer. Okay, where's the temperature outside? Oh, it's only 40. Okay, we should probably sleep in the ship. Because it's warmer in there. I could maybe put up a heater of some sort somewhere. Not really sure where, and I'd actually kind of prefer not to. Oh, Beta's hanging out with one of the Tonys. Good. Excellent. Okay, this is done. Let's start to move some stuff out here. So, clear everything out of there. This will be important. So, no food and nothing rotten. We'll have manufactured things, sure. Raw resources, yes, except for... Let's not bother putting, say, stone blocks, steel, or uranium over there. Mech repair needed. Meditation spot, holding platforms. All of those are very, very exciting things. I want to keep working on this. Items, yep. Weapons, yep. Apparel can go there for right now. Buildings, plants, not really so much. What? Butch is eating a lot of food. Okay, that's fine. Speaking of eating a lot of food, let's start slaughtering things. And for that, I need a kitchen, and for that, I need a freezer. So we took that down, and that means the power line is interrupted. So just put a power line there. All right, let's get that back up and running there. Let's try to put together an actual freezer. So that, and that, and that, and then do a door there and a door there. This is just going to be... This actually might end up being a kitchen more than a storage area. I can cross that bridge when we come to it. That's Tomorrow Dave's problem. I'm throwing a lot on Tomorrow Dave's plate, and Tomorrow Dave's gonna punch me in the nose, no question, but that's a Tomorrow Dave kind of problem. What do I have for any stone blocks right now? Largely not much of anything, really. I got 75, I got 150 stone blocks total. So, let's see, we've got some granite and some slate. Okay, I'd just like to make this out of stone if we could. So, granite, do like that. Okay, that's 35 and 25, 30. and then do the rest out of slate. So slate there and slate there. This is going to be the freezer. So give me a temperature thing and a thing. I don't actually have any power to power this up yet. Although I could just drag a power line down from the ship. How's that going, by the way? Okay, this is all back on, and this is now frozen. Good. Okay, so at least the food is not going to immediately go off. I see. Who has a medical emergency? Mitsuya, what is your problem? Mitsuya, do I look like I have time for you right now? You've been stabbed a bunch of times. Who hasn't? We've all been stabbed a bunch of times. Oh, it's extreme hypothermia. Yes, that is a problem. You're actually in a frozen room. Okay, could we get... Wow, one thing after another. Could we get... Not enough steel. Okay. Hey, Butch, did you get... Before you went insane, did you start working up here? Yeah, we've got enough steel in stock. It's just not present. So, Doug, no, Doug, come here. Doug, you like doing things. Could you, like wicked work on that heater, please? Okay, make that your top priority, because apparently it's actually freezing inside the ship. Guess I didn't need to worry about the freezer so much. The big problem, Dave, with the freezer, the reason why you're saying it's not working correctly, is because you put it in backwards. Yeah. You see the red arrow, Dave? That's the hot part. That's going in the room. The cold part is going out of the room. Okay? Just saying. Why is this so cold then? That shouldn't be 33 degrees. That should be red hot in there. Okay, so amazing things have happened. It's a very, very exciting time around here. So just that thing could just get deconstructed. All right, we didn't need that. That was, did I do it correctly down here? I did. Oh, good news for me. You see what a flesh mass does. You see, the problem with a flesh mass is that all of a sudden, you can't even put your cooler around the right way. If you want to go through and delete your comments, because I know all of you saw that way before I did, that'd be fine. Unless you want to lead the comment with "Yay Tigers," and then go into, "Hey, your cooler's around the wrong way." I don't know if you knew that. That'd be fine. That'd be fine. Okay, Doug's finishing off the heater. Great, and we got power to it. Okay, that should start to warm things up nicely in here. So how are we doing? Yep, climbing up. 47. Okay. Yeah, just stop whining about your hypothermia now. All right, I don't want to hear your nonsense. I'd like to get, when Mitsuya does get up... Oh, I really need geothermal, because we've got a geothermal vent right here. Is that the smartest thing I do with my time right now? Maybe just go solar with some batteries? That might be the fastest way I get this done. How are we doing on the steel vein up here? Okay, we are getting a fair bit of steel going. What... I'd like to say what's more efficient. Neither of them are efficient. Wind power only works when it's windy. Solar power only works for 50% of the game. So neither of them are efficient. And I also should think about a chem fuel generator so we can start preparing fuel to leave again if we have to in a hurry. What I do have is plenty of wood. So let's do a biofuel refinery. I know you're saying we don't have enough right now. We will. Don't worry. I know it's a bad temperature. Butch is back to normal. This is frantic. I know you don't have any power. You know what? Let's just keep it simple for right now and slap down a wood-fired generator. Probably there. Okay, probably there. I'm reasonably confident on that one, and bring that over to there. Okay. We're gonna have to figure out power as we go along, because this is just not gonna work as it is right now. All right, you're building that. This, again, may end up being a little more of a kitchen. We did pack up the kitchen. So there's my stone cutter bench, my tool cabinet. There's my stove. I see it right there. So install that over here, and we can at least start to get some new food going. Speaking of which, this is broadly done, more or less. So let's start to put a zone together here for this. Did I ever pack up a butcher table or even make one? Butcher? Nope, just Butch. That's the only thing we know. Okay, never mind. Mitsuya's got food poisoning. Neat, good, cool. Dangerous food type. Yes, berries. Yeah, we'll run away from those berries. Yep, don't want to be anywhere near them. So, the stockpile zone. Clear everything. This is going to be very, very important. Let's have nothing rotten in here. Just put all the food except for hay and kibble. Don't really need that in there. And then corpses, animals, mechs, entities, and drones. Thank you very much. Now, let's start slaughtering things. Oh, look at that. Donkeys just ready to get killed. Wild boars, ready to get killed. Turkeys, done. Just take them all, and a mink. I just want a stockpile of mink fur. I know at some point I'm going to be able to make a mink coat. And it's going to be, like, super expensive. It better be, by the way, RimWorld. That better be, like, a total thing. Like, a mink coat is, like, really, really, really expensive. And also, let's just pop that piece of hull in there. Okay. Temperature check. Okay, it's now in the 60s in here. That's better. We're putting everything down in here. Everything is happening down in here. Let's do a simple dining chair like that. And start to put some lights on around here. So a light and then a light over there. This is powered up, so let's get that knocked down again. Just check one more time, Dave. Yep, red going out, blue going in, and then knock that down a little bit, and maybe a little bit more. And then this zone, just delete. Just get rid of that right now. While we're here, I could look on maybe expanding the hump area. Although I don't have a ton of grav tiles left. What is your problem? Oh, that's Mitsuya. Mitsuya, why are you in there? You're resting in the freezer. The person who complained about hypothermia is resting in the freezer. Chella, could you move her, please? Just rescue Mitsuya. She's being very silly right now. The tiger is sleeping in the freezer. And a slate chunk is sleeping in the freezer. And we've eaten raw meat. We're eating raw meat right now. That's neat. You know what? Just do your jam. All right? And just live with it. So, the bill is still here. Okay. Let's get, I think Dweeb is my #1 cook. Yep, Dweeb, if you could get on that at any point, start cooking up some meals. Are we making any progress? We've got some food. Cargo pods. Boy, I hope it's food. Is it food? It is, actually. It's nutrient paste. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take that. Food is food. I know they hate it, but food is food. Okay, let's not turn down any food. Okay, where am I at? Let's get the stonecutter bench in here. Don't make one, Dave. You got one. So, stonecutter bench could go. I don't really want this to be a production room. I'd like this to be a kitchen. Oh, Beta's on a psychite bench. Of course you are. This is one of the most troublesome colonies I have ever worked with. Like, nothing is going right here. Just nothing is going right. So, let's make this a production room. Okay, this will be a production room. This will be more of a kitchen and like a recreation area. And of course, you built that there, Dave. Now you need to move it, don't you? You know what? We're not 100% sure we're staying here. So, Butch, why have you fallen over? Oh, it's the drugs. Sorry, Butch, I forgot. Yep, you're high right now. And this is down because we don't have a charger. Okay, neat. Everything is totally fine right now. This is the most troublesome colony I think it has ever been my displeasure to work with. Okay? And I'm putting it all on the colonists. It's all their fault. Okay, so put that over there. There we go. And why did I do that? Does anyone remember why I did that? Was it research? No, it was production. Well, let's do research too. Research is fun. We like it when we do research. I'd love to have think, Dave. Think. If you get a dedicated research room, a laboratory, then you'll get a better research rate. So why don't you make this a production room, this a kitchen, and sort of a recreation room. Put the Whoozy McWhat's, it's the chargers in here. So what is that under? Mech recharger. There we go. Okay. So put like one there and one there. This is kind of chewing up all of my components, but I saw components on the map. Components exist. Put that right there, and then let's just draw some power lines down here. So power conduit and power conduit. Hidden conduit there. And maybe we throw a battery up just for having one. All right, I don't actually think we're going to be able to stockpile that battery or charge it up, but we'll give it a shot. Anyone want to get Butch out of the door? It's just that Butch is taking up a lot of space right now. Mitsuya, could you move Butch, please? You can't romance Butch. Good move. I wouldn't either. The nutrient paste is coming in, kids. That's fun. It's fun when we do that. Dweeb, is there any chance you're getting up anytime in the near future? Probably not. Is there any... Mitsuya, you do cooking? Why don't you do some cooking around here, kid? All right, why don't you cook? Can you get in on that? Mitsuya, where are you? Stop ignoring me. Can you work on this, please? Yeah, why don't you prioritize cooking at the stove? I know you have food poisoning. Everything's awful. Nope, Mitsuya fell over. Okay, Chella. No, she's up again. Never mind, Chella. She's up again. She's solved it. She figured out how to get up. Good news, when we do get some cooking going, there'll be a lot of stuff here if we put up a butcher table, naturally. So one butcher table, please. Right there. I know. Everything is terrible. Somebody's having a birthday. Good timing. Great, good. Happy birthday. Stop talking to me. And then maybe some kind of light could go right here. Okay, whose birthday is it? It's Doug's birthday. Well, happy birthday, Doug. You've got tigers. Okay, your present came early. It was the gift of tigers. Now he has a bad back. All right, I will maybe think about doing something about that. Maybe at some point in the future. I can't promise that, man. I can't promise that. It's just not going to happen. Okay, how are things going down here? Are we getting anything? Yeah, we're not really storing anything. Is the power thing, like, hooked up? So, yeah, it does make it all the way over there. We just don't really have any power. Maybe one wind turbine just to kind of get things moving. Where do I think we're going? We're probably going to expand over here. All right, that's probably going to be like a more of a bedroom area over there. Doug's in a sad wander. Is it because of your bad back? Beta's okay, and something expired. Okay, this is all fine. This is all fine. Or I could expand in this direction. I almost never do this, but I could use the geothermal as a heater. If I just did like a big wide area, like a massive production and storage area, I could use that as a heater. I almost never do that. The potato plants are dead. That's cool. Yeah, that's our food. So probably bedrooms are going to go off in this direction. All right, so now that I have that under control, I could think about doing maybe one wind turbine. If I've got the stuff for it, I've got 13 components left. So put a wind turbine up there, and then draw some power to that. So do the hidden one. So conduit into there, and then wherever you think you want to go is fine. I didn't really need to do the hidden conduit there, but there we go. Okay, that'll help with power to a degree. Okay, that thing's on the charger. Neat. And we're already basically out of power. Yeah, the wood fire generator is just a stopgap measure at this point. Butch, do you really want to be living in the freezer? I'm just asking if you really want to be living in the freezer. Okay, slam it into pause mode. I need to evaluate here. So our hasty evacuation from the flesh mass has not really gone well. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. We're worse off than we were. Everyone is horrible. And I got to put all of this back together. So I guess in the win column, no flesh mass. In the not-so-win column, like literally everything else. Okay? I'll figure it out. That's Tomorrow Dave's problem. Tomorrow Dave hates me. Guys, that's probably an excellent place to call it in a RimWorld for today. We'll pick up some more of this again next time. Do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you as always for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, I know your patience is wearing thin. My patience is wearing thin. I've killed a guy and you walked in here in that shirt. What kind of umbrella is worth $1,600? Is it woven from unicorn tears? All right, is there an actual fire, or are you just telling me that fire is a thing that exists? Because I'm very familiar with that. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. I know you're all saying to yourselves, you know, where on YouTube do I think I could find this? Where do I think I could find this? And you're going to say to yourself, Dave's probably streaming right now.